My beautiful Virgo rising. There are two fantastic events coming that really you need to write down those dates and initiate something during those dates. But before we get into in which house it is for you and what does it mean for you and how can you monetize, how can you use that energy, we need to first, I need to let you know that there is a video linked below that is describing that whole energy of the second half of May, going through those two events as well in general, because they are coming with a specific energy that you can use. Now, in this video, we will focus on the house where they will meet for you, so you can use that in a specific area of your life. But in general, we have the first one, which is on 18th of May, Jupiter and Sun conjunction. And as you remember, Jupiter coming with that energy of making everything bigger, that luck, that abundance, that huge energy, confidence, coming with fantastic support for you. And then we have the Sun, that is who you really are, your life, how you experience life, your goals, what do you want, and so on. So that's the great, and that's the first date. Then we have the second one, which is on 23rd of May. Again, Jupiter coming with abundance, with the fantastic positive energy, and then meeting with Venus. So this is Jupiter-Venus conjunction on the 23rd of May. Venus, which is called sometimes the planet of sex and business. Venus coming with harmony, love, beauty, but also business, finance. Both are meeting in Taurus, in the sign of Taurus. So material, down to earth, stable, safe energy of money as well. That's why those two aspects are really great times to initiate something, some kind of projects, goals, activities that you have on your road to build your wealth. And then now we will get into before that, so I still remember, you need to take action, because we have that fantastic energy, but you can also sit down and relax and do nothing, and that energy will just flow away, and nothing will happen if you do not initiate anything. And what am I saying here? For example, that's the great time to start your business, launch your new service, launch products, register your business, start an online store, start a YouTube channel, any kind of social media channels during that time, start any kind of course, change your resume, send your resume, sign contracts, agreements, negotiations, all of that to initiate something. And even if you start your YouTube channel but you do not have any kind of videos and you do not even know if you will use that for your personal brand, that YouTube channel will have that date of birth and it will hold that energy of that fantastic positive date. So whenever you decide that you want to start that channel and you want to upload the videos there, it will flow, and you will just maximize the chances of success and minimize the chances to lose. So of course you need to still put an effort, you need to still put an action, you still need to work on that YouTube channel, or if you have the online store, you still need to produce the products, you still need to market them. It will not work itself, but it will hold that positive energy and it will maximize your profits out of, and give you that boost and luck spirit behind the scenes. So it is an initiation. Also, if you are saying, oh Pamela, but you mentioned that in April we have so many super great aspects, nothing happened. Yeah, of course. First of all, you need to take action. You are responsible for changes in your life. Astrology is coming with some kind of potential that you can use, with the energy that you can use. But if you just sit down, well, the energy flows and nothing happens. Another thing is that when you initiate something, it works within the cycles. So, for example, the first one, Jupiter Sun, is a 1 year cycle conjunction, and the Jupiter Venus conjunction is 1 year and a half. So you need to give some time to those planets to process what you started as well, to work behind the scenes, to give them that energy flowing and working for you for quite some time. Sometimes the Jupiter Uranus that was actually in April, and it was also in your ninth house. Both of those aspects, Jupiter and Sun conjunction and the Jupiter and Venus conjunction, will be in your ninth house. So Jupiter Uranus that was in April, it probably you haven't seen any changes till now, but the death cycle is 14-13 years, right? So it takes some time to process. Another thing is that actually that conjunction was activated on the 8th of May, right now, when we had the new moon in May. So those are the energies that are working behind the scenes, but you still need to work. You still have some work to do and some effort. Okay, getting into ninth house. Ninth house is very, very intellectual, spiritual as well. It is about higher education. It is about philosophy. It is about traveling abroad, other countries. It is about your higher version of yourself. And Jupiter feels very, very good there. Also because it is the ruler of the ninth house. So Jupiter gives you a lot of support in that house, definitely. And because it is philosophical, it is the higher vibration, it is the higher self, a lot might change in you internally as well. You might feel more optimistic, you might feel more confident during that time. You might feel super great high vibration that really leads you to success. It is a great time for you because this is the ninth house. It is the great time for you for the intellectual growth. So you might decide to start a new journey. And if you wanted to start learning something new that might become your profession. And why am I saying that? Actually, it was connected with my 12th house, but I had that situation that in childhood I was very much driven to some things, but then the social engineering, I went to school, university, work, career, climbing the ladder, and I forgot about that for quite some time, and then it came to me very randomly. It was actually connected with the very positive aspect, astrological aspect as well, but it was random for me. I used that. I started to learn. I joined the course and so on, and now I am an astrologer. So, and I am doing that professionally. I never thought I would do that. Professionally, especially. So you might see some signs even in terms of some kind of courses in the area that you maybe thought that, oh, it might be something good for me. I might like it. Starting your business, starting learning some kind of high value skill that will at some point make you money, or maybe you are learning something and that's the time when you need to decide to, okay, in terms of astrology, for example, okay, I've learned a lot, I made all the readings for my family, for my friends, maybe that's time to actually go there and launch my services and start taking real clients. Maybe that's something also for you, because it might be finalization. On 23rd we also have the full moon, so it is some kind of closure of the cycle. That's why it might be finalization of some kind of projects that you were working on. And it might be that you have been learning some kind of skill, and now it's time to go there and launch those services. That's the great time to, as I mentioned, start a business, launch new project, launch new service, launch new product, all that kind of stuff, but also initiate something, plan, process something towards those dates. Even if you do not have anything material like online store or products or service even, which is not material, but you know what I mean. It might be that on that date you take some kind of decisions, you plan to take decisions, to make some kind of research and take decisions towards your future goals. It will be also supported. Because the ninth house is that spiritual, that philosophical house, those decisions in terms of your future goals, those decisions where you see yourself as the higher version or the highest even version of yourself, this also will be supported. So those decisions, if you make any manifestations, if you write down your goals because you do not have anything else, those are great things to initiate as well for you. The ninth house is also about the travel. I mentioned that exploration, breaking any kind of limiting beliefs in terms of your mindset and philosophical view and your higher intellectual view on your life, on your business, on your future as well. So that's a great time to initiate something around this. Even that's a great time for any kind of negotiations, big plans, big projects, and that are connected with vision, innovation, because that's ninth house, philosophy, some kind of spiritual, non-mainstream topics as well. Intellectual topics will be here as well. But what I wanted to say is that that's also the great time to join any kind of events. Networking events within that area, the events, conferences. If you wanted to join any kind of conferences, that's a great time to do that. And I'm aware that not many conferences will take place on 18th of May or 23rd of May, and at this point of time it might be already sold out. However, that's the great time to buy tickets. Those tickets will hold that energy for you, and when you join that conference, finally it will hold that positive energy for you within the tickets as well. Also, in terms of the travel, the ninth house is about traveling abroad, traveling in general, getting to know new cultures, new people from other countries as well. So that's a great time to book that hotel, book that trip, this huge inspirational trip that you planned for you, some kind of very important trip for you. It might change your whole life. I know a person that went to, and now I don't remember if it was Thailand or Bali, but she was a normal girl. She just finished her studies. Her parents gave her the gift of that travel, that trip, and she went to, and I don't remember if it was Bali or Thailand, but she went there and she met some people, and she decided that she wants to stay there for quite some time. She became a yoga teacher, and she traveled as a yoga teacher for some time. Then it completely changed, and she actually came back to her home and build house and so on. But it was a fantastic journey for herself. She's learned a lot. So those tickets for travel, it is a great time to do that as well. Working with mentor, coach, getting new skills, qualifications, any kind of spiritual work, this is a great time to do that. And when we think in that as a journey towards our wealth and building our wealth, just remember that all those things that we initiate, we still need to work on them. We still need to be consistent. We still need to give some kind of and put some kind of effort into that. However, it will hold that energy, because that YouTube channel, that social media, that online store will hold that energy for you. However, I wanted to add as well that um, that this is something that is building. Those are the skills that you are getting, that you will use to really build your wealth. Within ninth house, changing of the mindset, that's the great part of building wealth. So do not think that, oh, it is not in my 10th house, in the house of career, or any kind of seventh house of partnership. Do not think that way, because that spiritual intellectual growth, it is something that might really boost you in your building wealth, if you use that wisely, if you see those opportunities, and if you initiate. So if there was something you wanted to start or wanted to finalize, really that's a great time to launch those services, to just take that leap finally, and do that mindset work, because it will maximize your profits. Maybe not this month, maybe not next month, but it will maximize your profits. You are not losing anything by initiating something on those dates and using that energy. It can only bring you positivity. It can only bring you the that support as well. But you're pretty much not risking anything if you do that, of course, wisely. It might be even, reading a book and some kind of author that you really feel connected. It can be the internal dialogue that you change, that is more supportive for your daily work and a daily on daily basis, because as you know, those daily habits, this intellectual work, this mindset is 90% of success. So you are in the fantastic house to really work on that, so you can monetize it in many different ways. You can go on social media, grow social media, but that's the great time to start marketing campaigns, getting more clients as well, getting more leads, initiate any kind of activities in that area as well. That's the great time to really take decisions in terms of your future. So it is a great time to start working on that wealth for you. Okay, I said almost everything. On 25th and 26th we have Jupiter entering Gemini. So this is another date that please remember, and there will be additional video for your sign separately. So make sure you subscribe, and you will get the notification when the video is uploaded, so you know how to work with that energy. Hugs and kisses.